In this lecture, I'll talk about not, between, in, null, and not null. Now, in the last lecture, we saw how we could use square brackets to look for a range of information. Remember, we were looking for first names that started with A through L. Well, if I were looking to return all the records whose first name did not start with A through L, then I could type in something like this, where not first name like A through L. Or it would also work if I typed in where first name not like A through L. Now another way is to use the bang symbol instead of using the not keyword. So that would look like this. I would type in where first name like, and then inside of the square brackets, I would use my bang symbol or exclamation point right before my range. This also means not A through L. So notice again that the exclamation point is inside of the square brackets, right before the first letter. So that is how we use not. Not can be used before the column. It can be used after the column. Or if you're using square brackets, like here we're looking for a range, you can use the bang symbol or the exclamation point inside of the square brackets. Another way to filter your query is to use between and. And you use between along with and to find records that fall in an inclusive range. So let's say that I wanted to find records where the unit price is between $100 and $150. That would look like this. I'll go ahead and get rid of the last example. And again, I'm looking to find where the unit price is between, and between is the keyword, 100 and 150. So between and work together. And then there's in, I-N. In is used to create a list of criteria for your where condition. So if I wanted to find all the employees who lived in Seattle or who lived in Tacoma, I would type the following, where city, in here is my keyword, and then I would create my list inside of parentheses. And I'm looking for people who live in Seattle or who live in Tacoma, and close out my parentheses. And this is probably one of the fastest ways of typing this. Now, you could also type it like this, where city equals Seattle or city equals Tacoma. Either way works. But using in, you'll find, takes a lot less time, and you might even have fewer errors. Next, if you want to test whether or not there is any data in a field, you can use null, N-U-L-L, or not null. So if I wanted to see if there was any customers who were missing a fax number, then I would type the following, where fax, that's the name of my field, is null. That's going to bring me a list of all the records where there is nothing at all in the fax field. And now that you've become familiar with the various ways to filter your records, in the next lecture, I will use SQL to demonstrate some common queries for this database.